Hello and good morning, everybody. Now, you're probably wondering from seeing the background, this isn't what you normally do on a Wednesday morning. No, today I am changing it up and we're doing a behind the scenes video today. My channel is Wendy Casper and I am your host, Wendy. I like to take this time to thank everybody who has subscribed to my channel and watch my videos. Now I'm doing a different mode on my iPad, so we'll see how this video turns out. And I'll try not to get anybody dizzy. Well, right now, I am standing in the office portion of my craft room. This is where I do everything for the business, get the taxes ready for the business, do all the paperwork for the business, because we got to keep track of stuff. That's in this little area here. And then once you go through this little area, and behind me is the entrance to the house. This is an added on portion after we got the house. And beware, it is a mess, but it's a craft room. You know, they're supposed to be messy, but this is extra messy. And there's a reason behind doing this video. This is the entrance into my craft room. And yes, I have a gate to keep little grandchildren out. It's hardly shut though, because the littlest one we kind of keep out in the other room. Well, there is one littler than her that can't walk yet. That's the great grandbaby. Anyways, this is my craft room. Yes, it is a disaster area. I'm going to kind of pan up, pan around. Try not to get the video too long. And yes, I call my craft room the Tiger's Den. Let's see, now this shelf here, my husband made for me. Ribbon, yep. And then right above it is another shelf that my husband made. Also full of ribbon. Then next to it to the right, those are my inks for my ink pads, and the husband made that shelf. Now you'll see, try not to shake too much, there's a little bar in front of those ink pads. That is antenna wires from junk cars. You can probably see it better here. That bar right there on the bottom, you can definitely see it in front of there. Those are antenna wires. So yes, he recycled some of his cars into my craft room. Now, my husband built on this craft room. And it is from the one corner. I'll go slowly down. Yep, there's the Tiger's Den. This is all my crafting stuff. Yep, I got the Tiger's Den in here twice. And there's the hoops for my embroidery machine. That roll top desk, picked up at a garage sale for 50 bucks, and it's a heavy one. But there's the other corner. So from that corner to the corner I was standing in is 26 feet. Now from that corner, we go across. Yep. Oh, there's my embroidery machine. And if you see this, if I can get my finger in there again. Figure out where my camera is. Right there. Okay, right there. That is a Cricut machine. The second one that came out. The first one was smaller. But anyways, from that corner over to that corner is 20 feet. So my room is 26 by 20. That's what he added on for me. And there's a reason why I'm telling you measurements. We're going to walk in. Like I say, my craft room is a mess, but I craft in here. And this is the spot where this Cricut machine is. This is where I stand to create my cards. Once in a while, right here, my iPad will lean against, and I watch videos while I'm crafting. I wanted to show this. This is a Cricut machine. This is the second one they produced. The first one took 6-inch mats, and I had it, and it broke. I got it fixed. Then it broke again to the point it was beyond repair, so I kind of went into a junk car. But this is basically one of the originals. I'm going to open it up, and we're going to talk about a couple of things on there. Well, maybe open it up. There we go. These took cartridges, which there's one there, and the overlay. Every cartridge had one of these, so the machine would know when you put this on here, put that cartridge in, the buttons would work. But I've upgraded since then. Now this video, try not to shake you guys so much, sorry, apologize. I'm also showing other items I create besides just greeting cards. So behind here, there is, some mugs. Let's start with this one over in the corner. I created, yes, you can tell, tigers. I created this mug, the Tiger's Den, and I use it for pens because I don't drink coffee. Then from there, I recreated this one. My favorite color is blue, and I love Winnie the Pooh, so there's Pooh and all of his friends. But on the other side of this mug, little Ford. He's my little 5-pound Chihuahua who will be 3 years old in November. Now, because I keep making mugs, and I made one for all my grandchildren for hot cocoa, which they use, my husband said, well, he needs a mug, and he likes sloths. This says, lazy is a very strong word. I like to call it selective participation. And this image is on both sides of the cup. And I have his name on there. So some other items I also create. I'm going to bring you back up. That's the corner. Yes, all this is my crafting stuff. And that there is another item my husband created for me. It's to hold my mesh rolls because, yes, I have created some wreaths. Now that binder laying right there, that I set up yesterday with all of Donna Powered by Creativity challenges. And I'll be getting more to fill it. I know, my Etsy. Oh, I don't need to go to Etsy. I can go to her other place. Still counts for spending though, huh? And we'll pan around. Yep, I got cupboards below, cupboards above. And that's where I sit and I check my emails, do the balancing of our bank accounts, get the bills paid. I take care of all that. I'll pan you around. Okay, there's the Cricut maker sitting there. Right there, Cricut maker. These are some more items that I have created, plus this one, which we'll get a closer look on. My record player. Oops. Right there's my record player. This is my very first computer I ever bought. The monitor is upgraded, but because the other one went kaput, but there's the tower, and I play games on there. Yes, I have a TV in here. But sometimes, well, I think the grandchildren come back here that are old enough, and they watch it more than me. But I have it here in case I need it. Now this wall right here, this was the end of my craft room. You can see there's a doorway in there now. But this was the end of my craft room. Yes, my husband decided one year I needed a bigger craft room. So he asked me, would you like 8 feet more or 10 feet more? Well, of course, craft room, I chose 10 feet more. So we'll get in there in a second. Okay, now here's some other. Now the cups are sublimation cups. This is sublimation using the infusible ink paper from Cricut on this bag, which I have used a few times when we've gone on trips. Then if I sneak around here, I created this shirt, which is sublimation. And I thought the little character was cute, so that's why I chose it. Don't know what the smell bad means, but it's sublimation. Then I did create a shirt for a grandchild that says, I'm ready for kindergarten, but is it ready for me? Big hit. Okay, there was a black printer on the other side where I was first standing in the little office area. That's the printer I use for printing out everything. This printer is my sublimation printer. Different ink in it. And then next to it is the Cricut mug press, which I did those mugs in. Sneak peek. We'll get to that room in a minute. And this is a sublimation mug, also for bigger mugs, which I've done a few. And then this is a heat press, which I got during the pandemic, and I was saving the money for it. And by the time I asked the husband, because I needed like $100 more to get it, and they just put some back on their site. So I asked the husband if he would, advance me the $100 and I'd pay him back. And well, he agreed. Well, by the time I come back to order it, they were out of the blue color, but they had this color. So I just ordered that color. Now down here is a Cricut machine. Now this is the Cricut Explorer Air 2. Okay. The first Cricut I showed you, I bought the 6-inch size one. Then I went to the 12-inch size one, which is the one I showed you. Then I went to a Cricut Explorer Air. Well, my Air is now at, let's see, daughter number 4. I'll just call her daughter number 4. She's been using it quite a bit. Then from the Cricut Explorer Air, I bought, let's pan you around. Yep, seeing all that stuff. I bought the Cricut Maker, and this is the one I use quite a bit. Now, you're wondering, well, if I have this one, Cricut Maker, let's pan you back. Why do I have this Cricut Explorer Air 2? Well, the husband, we run a junkyard business, had flipped a car, and that fell out of it. And he calls me, he's like, what machines do you have in your room? Like Cricuts? Well, I think I found it a Cricut Expression Explorer. I'm like, they don't make a Cricut Expression Explorer. They're either Cricut, the Cricut Expression is the one I show, actually that's the Cricut Expression 2, the first one. Then they have the Cricut Air, which my daughter has. They have the Cricut Explorer Air 1, which I never bought. The Cricut Explorer Air 2, which is this one. Then they went to the Maker, then the Maker 3. Yep, this one was found in a junk car, and it works, and it's the one I use to teach my grandchildren, and they have made quite a few things for that, with that one. So, I was pretty happy. Okay, after the Cricut Maker, then they upgraded to an Explorer Air 3, which I don't have, but I'm going to pan you down here some. I'm trying to do this so I don't get anybody sick. Down here, yep, that machine right there, that is the Cricut Maker 3. That's the one I do not use mats on, and you can print not print, but you can cut like rolls of vinyl, like longer than the 2 feet. And that's what I used it at. In fact, I had been commissioned to make a design for a friend of ours, but he has a business and he wanted his logo on all of his vehicles. So I designed it out. He loved it. I did all of his vehicles, and the money I got from that paid for that machine basically. So that is the Cricut Maker 3. So, and that's where I'm stopping. I don't think I need, well, of course they don't have any more out now. But those are my Cricut machines. But like I say, I use this one the most. Well, because it's uses a mat. Well, you can use the mat on the other one, on the Maker 3, but I've been hearing a lot of people complain because their mats are getting ruined, so I'm not going to try it. Now, on this Cricut Maker 3 is 2 games. And if you watch my Happy Mail, you'd seen that I got these as a gift. Now, I thought they were from Budgets and Chaos, but they weren't. They are a gift from Angie, Budget and Debt. And thank you, Angie. I love them. Thank you for thinking about me. Now let's get on to some of these projects that are laying around the room. Okay, we'll start right here. Now both of these are purses for little girls. And unfortunately, my grandchildren are not into them. The little ones anyways. Maybe the one that my great-granddaughter might be. And then I do have a 1-year-old grandchild. So we'll see. Maybe she will. But they're purses. They were made on my embroidery machine. This is a little bear. Then I got the bunny rabbit. And it's got a little coin pouch of a carrot. Now we're coming back. I'm going to step back. Try not to get anybody dizzy. I am so sorry if I do. That is the last thing I want to accomplish. But if you remember seeing this here, this is a lap blanket that I created. Yep, I did this. I sewed it. I quilted it on my embroidery machine. My very first one. And it has puppy dogs on it. I did the puppy dog theme print. And the quilting is like puppy dog bones, balls. I think there might be some paw prints in there. Yep, there's a paw print if you can see it. Yep, I got that made. So yes, I am a crafty person. I always tease my kids that I can make the card or I can make the gift and the card that goes right along with it. I'm going to slowly walk you back over so we can finish looking at these projects over here. And there's the purses. Now that gnome in the background, he was created on the embroidery machine. I did make the female. Not sure where she's at. She must be on vacation. And there's my Pooh Bear. Now I do have little figurines of Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, and Tigger. But I don't think I've been in this craft room for 3 years and I haven't unpacked them yet. There's my little tiger. I have a lot of those in this room. Okay, this is a little dress that I crocheted and little matching booties. Yep, I crochet too. Then next to it is a snowball. Like, I really need a snowball after we just got rid of winter. The kids like to throw this around here because, you know, it's not going to hurt anybody. Then, yep, there's a little Christmas tree of the Grinch. Back up. And the pieces were made. This is a Dollar Tree a tree from the Dollar Tree, and then the Grinch pieces were made on my embroidery machine. And then this is where, yep, this blue thing here you're seeing, that's the stand that holds my iPad when I'm doing my videos on Monday and Friday. The husband created it for me. There's all my stuff. And then next to the Grinch and the snowball, yep, I created that on my Glowforge Pro. So I got one of those. And that dice shaker thing right there, that I also made on the Glowforge. Now this is all my stuff. This is a diamond art my daughter made and gave to me. Yes, I have a few diamond arts I've done. There's my binders with my Happy Meal from all you lovely friends that watch my channel. Now this is a placemat. This is a pouch you put your silverware in. I think I created it a little bit too small because I don't think well, it's for a kid, so their plate, their silverware, and their cup. Get you a little bit closer so you can see it. But it's a placemat for a little child. Okay. Now, remember when I said that this wall over here was the end of my craft room? And then the husband decided that he was going to add me on 8 or 10 feet. And of course I chose 10 because, you know, everybody wants bigger room. So we took out the door and he added me on 10 feet. Now this was supposed to be just for storage, so I could take stuff out of my craft room and put it in here in storage. But while he was creating it, I was out here doing measurements. And he's like, what are you doing? I go, I'm measuring to see if there's room for my new machine. He's like, what new machine? I said, well, I've been saving for a few months for a Glowforge Pro. He kind of looks at me and shakes his head. Now this floor, I did put this all in myself. I did do the floor. And yes, I did help him build this room. I helped walls up for him, helped sheetrock up so he can screw it. It's not been taped or mudded, but I like it. It gives it a little character. But, yeah, this is one of the signs that I created on my Glowforge. And I put him out on our deck every winter. And there's the Glowforge Pro behind there. It fit in here. And then I do have, that's all my stuff for my Glowforge. A paint table so I can do painting. A back door so I can go outside if I want to. Oh, I'm going to slowly pan you around here. I don't want anybody getting sick. This is where I sit and do my Glowforge stuff. And I've created some items that have sold. That's my vinyl for my Cricut Maker 3. Now the vinyls are too big, but we figured out how to cut it down to use one strip by 5 yards, I believe, for the Cricut Maker 3. And then the other last strip I can use for the Cricut Maker, or if I cut it in half for my Joy. But we did put 2 shelving units in here. So my wood is all on this one for my Pro. And then I have a shelf there made by the husband for my paints and my glitter paints. And then on this side is another shelf. And this is more storage. Oh, and remember when I said I made wreaths? Yep, look at that one. The husband refuses to let me get rid of this one. It's a little Frosty the Snowman. There's a reason why. And I'll show you in a second. But I do have storage in here. All these bins are full. Let's see. Pan you up to the top here. Oops, without getting you dizzy. Now this bin right there is all full of cartridges for the Cricut Expression, which you don't need no more because the new ones, it's all online, they're digital. So I had to link them all to my account. There is been a books up there, which are books I would like to read. There is like this, let's see if I can get this bin is full of like coloring books. A lot of this stuff has come out of junk cars. This is all my infusible ink sheets for my Joy. And I do have a bin down here that's, this one right here, full of ink pens, all out of junk cars. That's why my room probably looks like the way it does. But you know, I was going to explain about this video. Well, if you see my craft room now, a mess and the stuff in it, that is one of the reasons that I decided to start saving my money, because I was spending it all, and of course I have a lot of stuff to show for it, but my room is getting overflowing. I'm going to pan you around here. And sorry, this video might be a little long. I hope you enjoy watching my craft room video. Cause see, he's got lights on him. Let's see, you'll know how much they're showing up. Maybe if I flip off the light to this room. See, he's got lights on him. The husband won't let me get rid of this one. But yes, that is one of the reasons why I started saving money, is because of my craft room. I have so much stuff, and I need to start using it before I buy any more stuff. I mean, I have stamping up stuff in there, in boxes yet. I have some kits of stuff that I have purchased and haven't got made, so yes, I did cancel the kits, so they're not coming no more. I've stopped ordering stuff. Well, you know, I do hit my no spend days of Etsy. So I am saving my money now, and I'm starting to use my product more instead of buying. That is one reason I started saving. Next week, if everything goes all well, I'll share the other reason why I started saving my money. I hope you all enjoyed this video and the tour of my craft room and some items that I've created. I can crochet, I can sew, I can use an embroidery machine, I can sublimate, and I make my greeting cards that everybody enjoys. You know, thank you everyone, and I will see you on Friday, where we're going to start saving some of that money that I'm talking about, saving and not spending. I'll see you all on Friday.